Yeah, mate. Yeah, no, it looks like another promising youth intake. Yeah, no, that's good, isn't it? Yeah, excellent news. Did they do the draw for the Conference League yet? They did. Newcastle versus Dortmund. Oh, that's helpful for us. Who did we get? The Turks. Yeah, you know what? That could be worse.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 6, Episode 12, and today it is Europa Conference League Quarter-Finals. I have a look at the draw for that in just a second, but we have had our youth intake, and it's another really promising intake. Now, as ever, if you are a qualifying member or Patreon, then we can always have these guys renamed after you. So let's have a quick look at what we've got here. We've got another winger, another left-sided, left-footed winger. Ideally, if we could get a promising right-sided winger, then I could have a look at, starting to experiment playing with wingers, but we don't really have that. Madza is a striker. Physically, lacks quite a bit, but dribbling, finishing, long shots, mentally, there's quite a bit to like there. So that is good. And then we've got Sven Bashir. I think this is our second Sven we've had. I know Sven was such a popular name in Croatia, but another promising attacking midfielder, and again, physically maybe lacking a little bit, but there's some good mental stats there. First touch is good as his technique, so there's a little bit for us to work with him as well. And then we go down to the top talents. We have a goalkeeper. We'll see what we get for him. I've noticed that goalkeepers seem to develop really late and really slowly compared to previous FMs. So it's a bit difficult to know exactly what we're going to get from him. We've got a central defender here, a promising centre-back as well. Good passing. Marking could do with some work, but everything else there as far as defenders go is very good, to be honest. So I'm imagining strength will come as he gets older. Another centre back here. Again, the only thing really lacking, maybe a little bit of pace, perhaps a little bit of positioning, but overall for a 15-year-old, not too bad. We've got a ball-winning midfielder here. Another one of these sort of defensively minded midfielders. Loves a tackle, doesn't he? Got good aggression, good bravery, decent tackling as well. Technique is good. Now, I don't know if that's tackling technique or if that is just general in-possession technique, but we'll find out. The obvious weakness, pace, and the personality, but we'll try and mentor the personality, and the pace, well, just maybe he's just going to be one of those guys that doesn't have pace. And then we've got another midfielder here. Not a promising midfielder, but no worse, I don't think, than a few of the other guys there. Again, physically. The youth intakes take after me physically, don't they? We do not have physical attributes on the most part, but technically and mentally, not too bad again for a 15-year-old. There's some other good talents here. You'll see that most of them we've snapped up. We'll keep them for a little bit. Now, this guy here, I find very interesting. There is a lot to like about him. I just don't think he's a centre-back because he can't mark. He's got poor positioning. He does have really good passing, though. I'm wondering, as he does teamwork and work rate, I'm wondering, with tackling and passing like that, decent aggression and bravery, I think he might be a midfielder. He just doesn't realise it yet. So I think we're going to try and retrain him into sort of a ball-winning midfielder and see what we get, because I think that he could be very useful in that position, better than a 2, maybe 3-star player. And then we've got a couple of others here that, yeah, I mean, they're not too bad. I mean, they're good talents, as it says. Of course, a 3-star player at this point. We've got a promising left back here, which is always a good thing to have. And then I don't think we've offered these guys contract, mostly, I think, down to personality. And this guy, just a lack of ability. But yeah, there we go. So that was the youth intake. Again, promising. We're getting... We're 3, possibly up to 7, genuine first team players, which is obviously huge. So that is that. Now let's have a quick look at the draw for the Europa Conference League. So we can see it here. Now, it does, of course, draw your path to the final. So we will play the winner of AAB and Anderlecht. So that is almost the perfect draw for us. And Dortmund Newcastle is a very handy one to have had happen as well, because one of them are going to get knocked out, and then Rijeka is playing Lyon. And so it could be that either Rijeka will play one of these two or Lyon, obviously. And we've got I'd say we've got the 3, maybe not, well, are they the 3 best teams? Certainly the 3 biggest teams, all in the same side, on the other side of the quarterfinal draw, which is huge. But these Turkish lads aren't going to be easy, that's for sure. They've taken some big scalps themselves. Now, 1 or 2 other things to catch you up on. If we go to dynamics, we can see it is looking much, much better. That is because Kakavenga is happy, as is Sithole again. So that's great. Bosniak is playing all the games he wants. He will be happy again soon. And Pembele, as long as we come in the top two, we promised him Champions League football, and he'll be happy as long as he gets that. So that's huge. The hierarchy, we can see our team leaders, Rovis, Fillet, and Palumbo. The perhaps slight issue there is none of those are our captains in Santiago and Kakavenga, but they're still highly influential. And yeah, a bit of a shame that a few players there don't support me, but no one's actively against me, which is good. And the social groups haven't caught up on this for a little while. And again, we're not quite where we'd like to be, but we're getting there. We are getting there. So that is good news. So that is everything off the field, I should say. I believe there are 3 games on the field to catch you up on. The first of which was against Gorica. Matanovic gave us the lead, but Gorica pulled level before half-time. So it's the tale of the last season and a half, it feels like. By far the better team, and we just couldn't score. 21 shots on goal, 11 on target, and an XG of under 2. So, yeah, I mean, what can you do? It wasn't necessarily our strongest side either, on paper anyway, but yeah, I thought they'd be good enough at home to beat Gorica, and I proved to be incorrect on that one. Next up, it is Variston. Skoko gave us a first half lead, and Akbazli played in Skoko to make it 2-0. Before a Damjanic own goal made it 2-1 at half-time. But Williams sealed the points late on. So this was a much, much better performance from us. Really unlucky to concede the goal. I don't know, it's almost harsh to give that as a Damjanic own goal, I thought, but especially to affect his match rating as badly as it did. But yeah, you can see again on the XG tracker, we created the more chances, and for once, we took them, which is unlike us, isn't it? But Akbazli back from injury for this one as well, which was nice. Final game to catch you up on was against Lokomotiva. We fell behind in the first half, but were quickly level when Dekic slipped in Vizinton, before a Kakavenga special put us ahead. But Lokomotiva pulled level again before half-time, before Santiago headed us back in front. So we did, I feel, in my unbiased opinion, deserve to win this one. We were at home. We did have the higher XG by a full goal. So that suggests that we did deserve to win. But with the team that we put out, and it was obviously we were resting and favouring players for Europe, I was really, really pleased with how we did. So yeah, very, very happy. Let's have a quick look at what all this means for the league table and the title race, of course. And we can see we are 3 points back of Dinamo with, 7 games to play. We're playing Gorica, we play on the final game, but we've faced Variston and Lokomotiva for the final time this season now, in the league anyway. And yeah, there is a little bit of a gap opening up between ourselves and Aussiac. So top 2, of course, is Champions League qualifiers. And yeah, we're 5 points clear with only a few games to go there, which is good. But of course, we play everybody in the top 5 yet. So yeah, that is going to be tough. All right, let's have a look at this Turkish side that we're facing. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them, and we're going to be trying to force them on the outside. Everybody's inverted and inside and all that kind of stuff, so we're going to try and just force them in. And this is the team we're sending out. Vizinton has a heavy match load. That is not ideal. Do we trust Matanovic? I don't know. Do we trust Turpic maybe more than Matanovic at this point? Good finisher. All right, let's go with Vizinton. We'll leave him out there, see if he can get the job done. So it is Ayasa in goal, Damjanic and Williams as the back two. Pembele and Rovis go in wide areas. Then we've got Sithole, Bosniak and Palumbo, Skoko, Fillet and Vizinton. It is what I think right now is just about our best team. So let's hope it's good enough. Oh, Patrick Kluivert is their manager. We had him as a scout, I think, at Grindavik. So interesting that he's a manager in this version of the game. I don't think he manages in real life. He was a director of football, I think, wasn't he? Or sporting director or something. I don't recognise too many names in that team. And we've seen historically on Football Manager. What do we want to say here? Let's just relax and get out there. Turkish teams in Europe tend to not be the strongest, so that seems to not be quite so much the case this version. So yeah, we'll see exactly what we do get here. Now, of course, home leg first. We know that we're a pretty strong team at home, so we really do want to be taking a lead with us to Turkey, don't we? We don't want to be having to chase the game there, ideally. And yeah, it's a little bit of a mystery as to what we get in front of goal, it feels like. Visintin, we saw him get a stunning goal, wasn't it, against Derry? And I mean, let's be honest, they're looking at us and thinking they scraped past Derry. How good can these guys be? So we're probably looking at each other and thinking the exact same thing. Although, like I say, Derry did knock out Lazio in the previous round, so they were clearly a better team than RZ. But we'll see as we get things underway here. I think it's really good news that Sithold... Now, Sithold did sign a new contract. He did have a release fee in the old one of 2 point something. I couldn't get rid of a release fee, but we did get it up to just under... I think it's 4.9 million now. So that's obviously good. Ideally, we'll get rid of it altogether. There's a good ball in there for Skoko! And it is just past. And we've got some defending to do here, it looks like. Pembele's not done brilliantly there. Is that an own goal? It's a Williams own goal. And we have fallen behind at home in the Conference League Quarter-Final. And I mean, this is a massive opportunity for us to make a European final, isn't it? If I was a better, I would say maybe Anderlecht would be favoured to come through against AAB. But I don't know for sure. Obviously, I'm not an expert in those leagues. So, particularly 6 years on and in Football Manager. So, yeah, my instinct would be Anderlecht would be a stronger club. But, you know, we're going to find out. We've got to get past this mob first, don't we? So it feels a little bit like each team has had a chance, and we scored for them instead of for ourselves. Here we go with Rovis. It's tackled away, though. Can we go and get this ball back? Keep the pressure on them while they're deep in their own half. Can Philip put pressure on the goalkeeper? Not quite. And they're playing their way out of that nicely, aren't they? Which is troubling. You'd imagine with a Dutch manager that they are going to try and sort of be a passing total football sort of side. Oh, Bosniak, I thought he might have got to that. Pembele is not covering himself in massive glory out there, and that is straight at Ayesa. And early signs here are that it's not going exactly how we would like. Yeah, all right, come on. It's only 1-0. No need to panic. Pembele gets caught in possession. Pembele is having a nightmare. Reece Williams picks it up, though. Sithold to Damjanic. He's got Rovis. He's got Palumbo that's threatening a run. It's fallen for Palumbo. Can Palumbo get it back across goal? It's Visintin! And Visintin, for once in his life, is onside and finds the back of the net. And it is 1-1. And a little bit against the run of play, really. It's probably been an even game, but that was a little bit of luck. Fell to Palumbo, chested it down nicely, and yeah, they just couldn't get back to Visintin in time. So we will take that and run. That is 1-1. Let's demand more again, and let's see if we can get a second before half time. Maybe. Here we go. Rovis down to Palumbo. Rovis, can he get the cross? And he's floated it in. It's Elias Phillett. His 19th of the season, which reminds me, viewers Player of the Year nominations, we'll need to get those in. If this doesn't go to plan today and we find ourselves out of Europe, then the season might wrap up kind of quickly here. But good ball in from Rovis, and Phillett just, rose like a French salmon. There's probably a better joke you can make about something about a steak, but I can't think of it right now. Now what we don't need to do is give them an equalising goal again. And it's a kick-off highlight, which always makes you a little bit nervous. Pembele is just not anywhere near his man, and Ayesa is... Alright, Pembele, you are testing my patience. I'm going to be completely honest here. We're going to go and tell you, just man-mark that one guy. Like, how difficult is it to stay on him? Now, I'm wondering if he's there. He might be their advanced playmaker. Is he one of their wide players? I think it was the guy on the... No, it was the guy on the right, so he'd be marking... That would be Rovis's man, wouldn't it? Yeah. But this guy's playing well, and we just need Rovis. Just sit on him. Literally, if you have to. Just tackle him to the ground and sit on him. Alright. Are we happy with that? Let's not let our performance levels drop. Reece Williams is looking anxious. It's alright, mate. It's just an own goal. You'll get it back, I'm sure. And we will get back out there, I think. And Kakavenga's looking aggressive, which is pretty much par for the course. Let's try praising them. Ideally, I'd like at least a 2-goal lead going to their place. Of course, last time we played Turkey's opposition, it was Besiktas, and that got a little tense, didn't it? Skoko again turns up on camera and just can't play football. So let's try you as a attacking midfielder, maybe not a shadow striker, and see if that works out for you a little bit better. There's a good ball wide for Rovis. Rovis is in behind, floats it in. It is there towards Visinton again, and that was a tough one. Just didn't quite have the strength, did he? Let's try demanding more again. All right, what can we do differently here? Do we need to change anything? I wonder if we lower the tempo down a little bit. It's only 50-50 in terms of possession. I wonder if we just try and... All right, so Visinton is tired. He did have a heavy match load, didn't he? Turkish has been doing really well coming off the bench for us, so we're gonna bring him on, I think, rather than Matanovic. Let's keep demanding more. We've definitely had the bigger threat about us, but it is still just a 1-goal game. Pembele, I think he has done better second half, hasn't he? Since we told him to go and man mark that guy, he seems to be a lot quieter. Oh, damn, Janic just missed his header. It's pinballs, and it is eventually half cleared, and that should be AS as it is. And we just about get away with that. Come on, boys, come on. Can we get another goal? Is this the moment? Pembele, look at Skoko. Skoko on the chest. Get him on the chest. Get Skoko on the chest. All right, we'll go short then. That's fine. Bosniak. Bosniak with the ball in. It's Rovis, and Rovis has got a goal. It's 3-1 late on. And that is what we needed, wasn't it? Really, really well done. It always had to go to Bosniak, didn't it? He just got himself away into a little bit of space. The ball was brilliant, and Rovis is very, very good coming in at the back post like that, isn't he? And that is going to be a kickoff highlight. That's not great. Come on. Stay focused here. Stay focused, Rovis. You could tell he's just a little bit pumped up after that goal there. Keep your head, mate. Come on. They are... just keep trying to come inside, don't they? Now, just to my own... Yeah, we are trapping them on the outside. And we have stoppage time. We have a corner. It's Palumbo. Where's Williams? Where's Demjanic? They're all at the back post. It is away. Pembele for Turkish! Oh! It's a goal kick. You've got to hit the target there. At least hit one of them. Oh, that should have been a corner at a minimum. And you do wonder if Visinton might have buried that, or even Matanovic. But there we go. 3-1 is a decent lead to be taking to Turkey with us. Not perfect, but decent. Alright, so Anderlecht has won 4-2 away from home. So, yeah, my instinct was probably correct there. Dortmund have won, and Rijeka have won 3-2 at home. That's going to be tough going to France like that, though, you would think. Alright, so we turn dominance into victory. It's a nice win as well. Rovis is just... I can't sell him, can I? We've got that new guy coming in next season. I don't know if we can sell him. Maybe we've got to sell Bracalo, who I just offered a new contract to. I've got to plan my squads better, don't I? Anyway, guys, we've got a game against Istra in the league. They are relegation fodder. That should be, he says, a fairly comfortable 3 points. And then we'll come back for this second leg and see if we can make the semi-finals. All right, welcome back. Now, we've got, obviously, the second leg coming up here. We've got a little bit of news to catch you up on off the field as well. And that is that our training facilities have been upgraded, which is obviously excellent news. So if we go and have a quick look at facilities, and as we can see here, great and great. So that is good. Or great, you might say. So, yeah, I mean, the obvious thing we need to do on the facilities front, I mean, it would be good to keep upgrading the training facilities, but we need to sort out a stadium. We need our own stadium first and foremost, and we need at least 15,000, I would have thought, to be able to be sort of a sustainable team. That's what we had at Grindavik, and I think that's what we need, as I said, at a minimum at Jarun as well. And we had one game to catch you up on, which was against relegation fodder Istra. We went ahead late on through Akbasli. Matanovic made it 2-0 before Akbasli played in Matanovic to seal the points. And Akbasli then turned in Bracalo's saved shot for our fourth. So, we deserved to win the game, we definitely did, but the score flattered us massively. 1, maybe 2-0 would have been fair, but they kind of fell in a heap once we went in front, to be honest. So, Matanovic, Turkish got injured. It's a 2-weeker, I think it's a pulled thigh, so it's not a super serious injury, but it was enough to have to take him off, and then he will not be available for this one. So, Akbasli himself coming back from injury, off the bench, 2 goals. Was it 2 assists in the end or 1 assist? It was brilliant. He's back as Akbasli, and let's hope that if we need him here, he is of course Turkish, so he'll want to impress in front of his home fans, won't he? Now, quick update of the league table, because what happened is that Dinamo dropped points. They drew 2-2 against Slaven Belupo, who, yes, that's right, themselves looking as though they're going to be in the relegation playoff, and that is now a 1-point lead for them at the top with 6 games to play. So it's definitely game on, isn't it? Now, speaking of game on, let's go play this Turkish side and see what we can do. We are at their home ground. We're expecting the same sort of formation from them. And we need to be a little bit better, don't we? But we just need to take our chances as much as anything. So it's, I think, the same team that played the first leg. Ayasa in goal, Damjanic and Williams. Pembele goes wide right with Roberts wide left. Then we've got Sithol, Bosniak and Palumbo. And then Skoko, Fillet and Visinton. I did toy with the idea of starting Akbasli. I also toyed with the idea of starting Matanovic after his double. But we'll go with that. Of course, Kakavenga has a good record in Europe as well. But we'll go with this, and obviously we can make changes if we need to. Hopefully we won't. So we can see the team sheets. It is going to be roughly the same team for them as well, because obviously you can't register any new players. We cannot allow complacency. We've got to start again. We've got to ideally win on the night, but just not lose on the night, really. And here we go. It is a big stadium, isn't it? Much bigger than our 5,000-seater, but size isn't everything. It's how you use it, isn't it? So let's hope that they don't use their stadium very well. I think we're talking about stadiums. Alright, now, did I say Viewers Play of the Year nominations? Make sure you get those in. We have had the latest next-gen top 50 players, so we're furiously scouting them, trying to scout them before everybody else does, see if we can pick anybody up. I think the problem we have is, I mean, obviously there's some very, very good young players there, and you get some, there's 1 or 2 that are from Serbian teams and from Mexican sides, things like that. If the hard fact is, if we were in the Champions League, we would have a decent chance of being able to get them, I think, if we offered them, you know, like a star player, things like that. But unfortunately, we need to be in the Champions League. Now, it's looking as though we might do that through the league for next season. And, yeah, that would obviously be good if we could do that as Pembele. Do we need to go telling to man mark again? No, he's fine, absolutely fine. Go on, Pembele. Can we get the first goal of the night? It's a good ball for Skoko. Flick on towards Visinton, but their defender sweeps in and cleans up that mess. And we're coming back the other way. First goal here could be quite important, couldn't it? We don't really want to get back to 3-2 if we can help it. And that is exactly what has happened. Let's go back off of attacking. We probably don't need to be attacking when we're up on and away from home. But Roberts just couldn't quite go with him. And yeah, you've got to lay a good 90% of the blame of that goal onto Roberts, unfortunately, I think. So let's try and demand more. And now the next goal is important, isn't it? It's one of these where if there was away goals, you'd think it's not the end of the world. You know, if we get, you know, if we can score 1 or 2, then it'll be all good. We do have more possession. Now, I did tweak the way we were playing a little bit for this one, but I'm wondering if that's not quite working for us. So let's maybe just go back to how we were playing. The reason I was doing that is that they conceded a lot of goals from crosses, and we tend to be good from crosses as well. So I thought maybe, you know, maybe that would work if we hit it some early balls in, but ultimately we probably just need to play the way we play, and that's how we score our goals anyway. Pembele gets to that first. All right, we've got Palumbo through the middle. We've got Skoko. We've got Visinton. And Skoko! Oh, what is he going to do to score? That is a chance we expect, well, pretty much anyone that plays in that front third for us to score. And it was another Turkish finish, wasn't it? Is that going to come back and haunt us? Williams is there, and we get it clear. Can we get to it first with Visinton? No. It's a good ball into the box. Damjanic is, oh, it's the post. Oh, it's cleared into Sithol. And thankfully, it didn't end up in the back of our net. It's chaotic stuff from us, really, isn't it? Can we just get to halftime, try and calm it all down a bit? There's not been much goalmouth action. I certainly feel like there has been. I'm very stressed. But, yeah, there hasn't actually been that much. So, is that halftime? It is. We are 1-0 down on the night. We are 3-2 up on aggregate. And we just need to not get complacent, I think. We'll pump our fists, tell them we have faith in them. Skoko, just please find the back of the net. I'm wondering if we take Visinton off. We'll leave it for now. Let's try a praise. And Reece Williams is overconfidence, which maybe isn't ideal. Of course, the one good thing about there not being away goals is that if they were to score a second, it's not complete panic. He's offside. He's offside. Surely he's offside. Skoko's playing a 6-3. You can come off. Let's get Barsley on for you. Or Kakavanga. Let's get Kakavanga. Is that? Oh, was disallowed. Palumbo's also having a bit of a nightmare and booked. Okay, so we're going to need to go in and... I've made subs and I've got guys playing all over the shop here. All right, 1 second. Let's get Kakavanga back here. Let's try Visinton. Let's try Visinton as a shadow striker. Or maybe not. Did we put Akbarsley back there? No, let's try Visinton as a shadow striker. Coming from deeper. Akbarsley to play in both himself and Phillip. Kakavanga coming from a little bit deeper in midfield. And what have we got here? Ball into the box. It's out. We're attacking that end, aren't we? Here we go with Pembele. Can he whip a cross in? It's a decent one. It's over the top. Was it Akbarsley or Phillip? It was one of them. Philip's only playing a 6-4. Visinton's only playing a 6-4. We do have Matanovic on the bench, of course. And we've got an attacking throw here. Pembele to Visinton. Visinton back to Pembele. Bosniak's free. Bosniak to Visinton. He's hit the post. Is Akbarsley onside? I don't know. I don't know that he is. It hit the post though, which is going to be... It means you have more time than you think, but... how close was this? Yeah, both he and Phillip had just gone early, hadn't they? So unlucky for Visinton. And, well, we have to live to fight another day. Let's try a focus shot. We've had 6 shots, none on target. Sit hole over a free kick. It's a decent floated one in there, but it is over the top from... I missed who it was. One of the centre-backs, I think. 8 shots, none on target. It's a good old-fashioned Jarun game, this one, isn't it? Here we go again. Pembele. Bosniak goes all the way back to Williams. Pembele again. Pembele loses out. That's poor. And are we going to get done on the break because of it? No, Rovis sweeps in. Bosniak back to Sithole. All the way back to Ayasa. That's fine. Williams to Sithole. To Demjanic. I don't... This always makes you nervous, doesn't it? If it was just... If you're watching the 90 minutes, you'd sit here and be like, yep, nice possession. That's right. Just suck up the pressure. But it's a highlight. Something's going to happen. And... Oh, that took a deflection, did it? Oh, it's not a penalty, is it? No, it's a corner. Concentrate, boys. Sithole gets it away. Phillip goes to close things down. All right, let's lower this tempo down a little bit. Or do we? All right, no, let's... This worked against... Do we want to keep going with that? We probably do. This worked against Derry, didn't it? Yes, they're only playing a 6-3, which isn't ideal. Phillip will take you off for Matanovic late on here. Let's try demand more. And we're about to enter stoppage time, of which there is 3 minutes. So we will go full full close down. And let's hope that we've done enough here. Now, do we have another sub? Can we bring Santiago on for Visinton? Yes, we can. Perfect. All right, so Santiago is coming on for... Who did I take off Visinton? And then everybody else you can see there. Just a few reprised roles, but it's more or less as we were. And we just need to see out stoppage time, and we will be going into the last 4. Pembele. Nice ball there for Bosniak. It's a good one, but it is cleaned up there. Matanovic couldn't quite get to it. Akbarsli. Oh, don't do this to us. Don't do this to us. Santiago can't win it back. Oh, edge of the area, and it's hit the crossbar, has it? Oh, it was probably the last kick of the game just about, and we've got there. We have scraped through in Turkey. We've lost on the night, but we have won 3-2 on aggregate. And is that how you do it? I guess so. You won it. I guess that's how you do it. And so it'll be Anderlecht for us in the next round. Lyon has scraped past Rijeka in extra time, and Newcastle have, in the end, scraped over the top of Dortmund. So that's not ideal. I think we probably would have rather the Premier League side be out, wouldn't we? So Jarun win in the quarter-final. We have triumphed. We've got 850 grand in the bank. It is Anderlecht for us in the next round. And that is a rearranged fixture against Dinamo. We'd probably rather not have at that point of the season. And Bosniak has signed a new deal as well. He's happy at the club with his playing time. So I thought, let's sign him up longer term. So 2033, it's a 4-year extension for him. And that is obviously, I think, very good news because Bosniak is a very good player for us. But that'll do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, it was tense. But we've got there in the end, and we'll be back next time. Thumbs up is what I was trying to get to there, I suppose. We'll be back for, we've got Rijeka in the Cup semi-final. And then I think we'll do Anderlecht in the first leg. We'll skip over Rijeka in the league. And then it'll be Dinamo and Anderlecht to start next week off. And that could be, a title 6-pointer and potentially a European final on the line as well. That's tense, isn't it? Very, very tense. Make sure you get your nominations in for Viewers Player of the Year, and I will see you for a semi-final doubleheader next time up. Take care.